Technology is continuously shaping the world with new products and services. Gradual innovations, inventions, discoveries, and diffusion in almost all sectors have revealed new horizons. International Technology Business Conference 2023 is bringing global experts from business and academia to share knowledge on smart cities, artificial intelligence, fintech, infrastructure development, healthcare, automation, energy, green environment, international regulations, and ITC. Join us.
Let me invite and welcome Victoria Spashchenko, board member of CITAR Europa, and she has a background of around 20 years of diverse experience in different teams and international business in public sector. She has worked in different areas such as international trade, education, catering, international development, media, legal services, and chemical industry. She holds an executive MBA from Germany.
Thank you very much for the introduction and also for inviting me to the conference. It is a pleasure to be here, and it's so nice to meet with a lot of people, mostly, I think, from the technical field. So just in a minute, I would like to share my presentation, and we will just go through the topic. Wait. Let me know, please, if you see the presentation now. Yeah. So many of us are the members of the mechanical systems and of the technical teams. And we are very good at solving different problems. With the mechanical systems, the problem solving looks like that. We face the problem, we analyze it, we detailize the problem, we find what is wrong or what is not working, what is not functioning, and then we fix this problem. And it's very straightforward. It's not always easy, but still the logic is like that. But if we speak about the human system, and there is something wrong with the human system, analyzing the problem is not always the best thing to deal with the problem. Because, you know, people are different from the mechanisms, and there are a lot of different variables, and every situation is unique, and every person is unique. So it looks like we need different toolkit or instruments to deal with the human problems. Sometimes when we start detailizing the problem and when we start asking what is not working in the human system and what is wrong or what is wrong with you and what happened, why it happened to you, let's discuss it. What should we do to get out of a certain unfortunate situation we are in? So if we go this way, in the solution-focused world, we often call this problem talk. Because what we are doing, we're discussing problems. And there is another question, of course. Do we help people to solve their problems when we discuss them? And this is a question I would like to ask everyone. And, you know, it's a kind of rhetorical question as well, because, so the more we discuss the problems, the bigger they grow. And there is no guarantee that we will solve the human problems in this way. But if we do not discuss the problems, then what we discuss then? So what we discuss instead of the problems? And here I would like just to stop on this slide a little bit, because, we are here. You know, the problem has already occurred. The problem arrived from the past. This is the result of our past actions, what we did before this moment when the problem appeared in our life. So again, if we start to ask ourselves the questions, what was going wrong? What was the problem? So how did we get to this unfortunate situation? What did we do wrong, etc.? So of course, at this very moment, we are going to the past and we are trying to analyze every detail of the past to understand why the problem occurred. But is it always helpful to solve the problem? The more we discuss the problem, the bigger it grows and the less we are willing and able to solve it. A different approach is actually fix the problem and start discussing the future. And the future, this is time when the problem stops to exist already. And you can understand that to discuss past, we need one set of questions, and to discuss the future, we need other instruments and other questions, sometimes maybe even better questions. So one of the most important questions for us is actually, what do you want instead? And this is what the solution-focused teams ask them when they face the problem, and they just do not go in too much into details. They say, okay, we are disappointed, we are not happy with what we are having here in our team, but what do we want instead? Imagine that every time when you face a problem in the human system, you do not go into details why the problem happened, but you simply fix it and you ask yourself, what do we want instead? What would be different then? And you understand that, so the discussion would be different then, because so if you discuss the problem, you are looking for something which is what is missing and what is not working well. But if you focus on solutions, on the things how you would like this situation to be, you are focused on something that you've got already to solve the problem, and on something which could be helpful, including your previous experience, of course, because every one of us, all of us, we've got some good stories and some not very happy stories to say. So if we start comparing the problem talk and the solution talk, so in the solution talk, we do not ask the questions, what's wrong and how to fix it. We rather ask the questions, what is still working well and how it could be different or better. So by asking these questions, we're building the platform for a change. We are trying to understand how do we want things to be instead. And when we describe our preferred future, we start to co-construct this future. And we can also ask ourselves what would happen what would be different when we have this new situation in our life, and what are the benefits. So if we compare two talks, the problem talk and the solution talk, you see that actually there are two different talks with different energies, different mechanisms, different questions, and different outcomes. In the problem talk, we describe the situation. So we are trying to understand what goes wrong, and so how to fix or correct it. While in the solution talk, we're trying to understand what we would like to have instead, and what difference would it make, and so what experiences could be helpful, and how would we know that we are moving in the right direction. So having said that, I would like to stress again that what we call problem talk in the solution-focused world is absolutely fine and works very well when we solve the technical problems, but does not work well often with the human problems. So, saying with the solution-focused approach, we turn the talk about the unwanted situation in a team into the discussion of wanted changes. And in this way, we just introduced a very different perspective, another perspective of the problem, not from the point of view of what's wrong, but from the point of view how we would like things to be. Now, just a couple of words about the solution-focused teams. And really, so there is a lot to be said, but I just today would like to concentrate on the key points and to discuss with you how the solution-focused teams look like. Solution-focused teams do not waste their time on problems, but they discuss their preferred changes. They ask themselves, what do we want instead? Solution-focused teams do not discuss what is missing, but they discuss what is still working, what is already working well, and they ask themselves, what is working, what is available for us? Solution-focused teams do not discuss weaknesses, but they discuss strengths instead. What are we good at, and how can we be best in this? Solution-focused teams do not learn from mistakes, but they learn from their experiences, helpful experience, and successes. How are our previous experiences helpful? How to better use it now? Generally, solution-focused teams are more productive, more effective, more creative, more resilient. They have higher emotional intelligence level, and they better communicate and collaborate together. As Steve DeShazer, the co-developer of the solution-focused brief therapy, used to say, problem talk creates problems. Solution talk creates solutions. So with this talk, I would like to encourage you to talk solutions when you have a problem in the human teams.